My name is Marcy Taylor. I'm a member of the choir, but I'm not going to talk about the choir. Somebody else can do that. I'm going to talk about Canine Crusaders. I went through the program about 5 years ago when my dog was a year old. And it's 3 months of hard work, and then you get to go to a nursing home. I did it for 5 years. The dog is probably getting too old to do it, but I'm now I'm part of the training people that go through the program. And the first time we went, Fuzz and I, it's amazing the look on people's faces when you just go with the dog. You don't have to say anything. It's a dog. They love it. They absolutely love the dog. And some people are confined to 4 walls in the nursing home. And when you bring that dog in, they smile, they pet the dog. Oh, I remember when I had a dog, and they talk about when they were younger. And it brings some hope into their life and joy. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary with Canine Crusaders, and I can remember the one time that I will never forget. I'd gone to the nursing home for about 3 years, and this gentleman in a wheelchair said, "You and Fuzz have made me think differently about poodles." Now, what he meant, I never asked him, but it was good, because he made a point of seeing Fuzz every time we went.
Hello, my name's Royal, and I've been a church member here for about 5 years. Had been coming before that as well. I've had the great blessing of being a coach in the Upward program, now the St. Luke's Sports Ministry. And there was one year that we had a team that we weren't blessed with height, and we were blessed with the ability to really improve skills on the wide range of our players. Our first game we went in, and the other team had been blessed with all the things we hadn't. We got killed. It was to the point where coming back for the next practice was going to be tough, not just for the coaches, but we felt probably for the kids. Went in, all of the players were there, all of them were excited, and before the practice began, one of the fathers came up to me, and he said, right after the game, when we were leaving, my son looked up to me with these big eyes and this excitement on his face. And he said, "Dad, did we win?" And he said, all I could do was look down and say, "Yes, son, we sure did." It really makes a difference. It's a great place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Royal.
I'm Karen Anderson. I've been a member here probably about 10, 15 years. I have been volunteering with Family Promise, or IHN, as many of you know it, for several years. My family and I started volunteering. It was a great opportunity. We could take our children, and we just really got where we got involved. And all of a sudden, they sucked me in, and I became on the board of directors for them. And it's just been a wonderful opportunity. We house 4 homeless families at a time. We truly make a difference in people's lives, one family at a time, and it's just been such a meaningful thing and such a great thing that our church does.
Hi, my name is Dina O'Malley, and I think I've been a member for probably 10 years and with my husband. And I always talk about my sweet spot, which is MOPS, and that's Mothers of Preschoolers, for you that haven't heard of it. And about 2.5 years ago, I was lucky enough to become one of the leaders of that group. And I remember doing early on in my leadership, there was a gal that came in. I remember having a great conversation. We talked a whole bunch, and I remember she'd opened up about her and her husband, and they were having some differences in religion specifically, and how it was just kind of bringing her down. She felt so sad about that. And then she disappeared. And I was like, gosh, where'd she go? You know, I haven't seen her for several weeks. I remember it turned into summer, and we get off for MOPS, and contacting her, and it was very strange. She came back, and she said, you know, I've decided I'm too busy. I don't want to be part of MOPS. And I kind of, okay, I'll kind of forgive that. But I always stuck back in my mind. And later on, I contacted her one more time before we started up the New Year's. And to my surprise, she came back. And I was like, wow, there she is. That's so great. About 2 or 3 months later, I remember walking to pick up my kids from childcare and running into her and her husband in the hallway. and I was floored. I couldn't even believe it. I was so excited to see her there. And it wouldn't be, I just couldn't believe it, but a couple months ago, they actually joined the church. And I just remember going, wow, that's so wonderful to see this group coming together and being with those people. And actually just this week, which kind of brought me to my sweet spot, she actually agreed to take over the leadership of MOPS. And here's a person that said, no, this isn't for me, I'm too busy. And here she is, she's taking over something great, a great ministry that we all love. So that's my sweet spot.
Hi, my name is Ryan Fury. I'm 18, and my family and I moved to St. Luke's a couple of weeks ago from Holy Family, our friends down the street. And there was a big concern that I had when we came over here. And I thought that there's no way that those Methodists down the street are as in shape as we are. And if you've ever been to a Catholic sermon, you know what I'm talking about. Because you get in and everybody in the back, listening to the Rocky theme song, you got the sweatbands on and sit, stand, kneel. I don't know if I'm going to make it today. But when we came over here, I was surprised at how intellectually exercised I was receiving, and how intellectually stimulated the sermons were, and how engaging everything was, and really thought-provoking. And that, for me, was the sweet spot at St. Luke's.